The Canadian dollar has actually gained ground against the US dollar in 2017. We saw a big, huge summer rally for the Canadian dollar, which pleased a lot of Canadian investors. But where do we stand right now from a seasonal basis with CAD versus USD? Well, this graph is actually being pulled from my 2017 Thackeray's Investors Guide. You can see here that when it's below zero, that means the average, which is the bar here, it means that the Canadian dollar has lost ground on an average basis, and the cross is the median basis. And you can see here November tends to be one of the weaker months of the year for the Canadian dollar relative to the US dollar. And the reason for that, one of the reasons for that is oil tends to actually not do so well at this time of year. Now, this year could be different. You could have OPEC propping up the price of oil, of course, or some other factors. But on average, the month of November has been a weaker month for the Canadian dollar. And that's actually happened if this graph, if you take a look from 2011 to 2015, you can see here that November has been a losing proposition for the Canadian dollar on both an average and median basis as well. So where do we stand right now? Well, we saw this rally take place in the summer months for the Canadian dollar versus US dollar. And that was largely due to the US dollar sliding relative to the world currencies. So there's two factors here. One's trading off with the Canada versus US dollars, if Canada gets stronger. But in this case, a lot of this was the US dollar losing strength relative to world currencies. Just recently, we've seen the line go down, which means that the US dollar is gaining strength relative to the Canadian dollar. And here we are at a key critical point here at 80 cents. You can see here that it's been a point of support and resistance over time for 80 cents. Now, as we move into November, traditionally a weaker time for the Canadian dollar, here we are at 80 cents. If we do see the CAD USD actually go below 80 and stay below 80 for a bit, that's probably setting up for a seasonal weakness, at least for the next month and a half for the Canadian dollar. So something to watch out for over the next little bit for the Canadian dollar. Thank you very much.